Taurus. Welcome to your November predictions with me. This is Allie with the Sea Owl, and I'm so grateful to be spending this time with you, connecting with you, and bringing you messages from Spirit. So thank you for connecting with me. I really got my little Palo Santo going there, so it's going to smell good in here for a while. I invite you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes, relax, and connect to the energy of this reading. And we will go ahead and get started. So thank you, Spirit. Oh, look at that. How did you get in there? King of Pentacles. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Thank you, Spirit, for Taurus. We just got all kinds of strange things going on here, Taurus. Okay. That's interesting because that was the first card that came out for the Aries reading I just finished. So perhaps there's something in the Aries reading for you. We'll see here. Thank you, Spirit. Messages. Thank you for Taurus. November 2022. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my. Okay. Give me just a moment to unravel this puzzle here. So I'm not sure if there is something for you in the Aries reading or not just yet. We'll see. It might be a separate story altogether. Ultimately, I see you wrestling with a decision. And I feel as though you have and are continuing to spend a lot of time ensuring that you make the right call. You want to be very mindful and deliberate about this decision. It could very well be related to the divine masculine and divine feminine energy in your life, how it relates to you specifically. So these readings are not gender specific, but you and a person that you are deeply connected to, one of you has inevitably more masculine energy and someone else may have more feminine energy. I'm not going to put absolutely has to have on anything, but you kind of see where I'm going there. So there's been this power struggle between the two of you over this important decision, and I feel as though that has made you both feel very exhausted, burned out, worn out, tired of arguing with each other, going back and forth, and I feel as though both of you are really longing for a grounding of this energy, of this to not be the norm between you anymore. To end some of these cycles that I feel as though the two of you didn't intend to create. It's just something that can happen sometimes, especially if we're in the beginning of or haven't even started our own healing journey yet. So there's a decision that you've been wrestling with, and it may be, do we stay as we are or do we go? And I feel like Spirit is really letting you know there's another layer here. There's another question you can ask yourself is, can this be fixed so we can stay, so we can continue to prosper together? They want you to remember that that is also an option. Now you have free will. That's one of the beautiful things about being human. It's also one of the most terrifying things. But Spirit's always nudging us and helping to guide us to the path of our highest potential for our most highest quality of life. And so I feel as though if there referencing and making sure that you know that there are different options on this path for you than maybe the ones that you see right now, that there may be a better option that you haven't thought of yet, a better agreement, or trying to work through things together, maybe therapy, maybe just scheduling time to have fun together, which maybe is something you two haven't done in a very long time or felt like you had the energy or resources to. And I feel as though in the next 30 days, Spirit's wanting to let you know that should you make that decision to try and work on this, to improve it, to get it back to a really healthy, balanced energy between each other and individually, if that is the way you choose to go, that time and resources will be created for you to work on that. You'll find yourself with opportunities to do these things together more than you have in a very long time, because the universe will be working in agreement with you and conspiring with you for the best case scenario. But you have free will. You get to choose what you carry, what you take on in this life, what your life looks like day in and day out. No one else chooses that for you. You get to get up every day and every moment, make decisions for yourself. So they're asking about you making the most aligned decisions for your highest good. I feel in many instances you are taking time to make sure you're making aligned decisions. I don't feel as though you're rushing into anything or doing anything willy-nilly. You're really taking the time to make aligned and informed decisions for the highest good of all. But because of the history of your relationship and where you two have kind of been with each other for a while, there's a bit of a trigger there. And so sometimes you might find yourself saying or doing or feeling things about this that normally you'd be able to work through or think through and let go of. Here with this, I feel like it becomes a bit more consuming and a bit more intense and a bit more frantic to have a resolution. So the right things or words or actions may not happen because you feel triggered. What can Taurus do if they should decide to work on this with their counterpart spirit? And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, even though. So 8 of cauldrons, 8 of cups. I just heard I don't know a nicer way to say this. Don't fool yourself into thinking there's only one right way and it has to be your way. I feel like that's one of the trigger points. I feel like in doing so and having that mindset, it's perpetuating the situation and also causing you more pain to be carrying around with you that isn't helpful at all. This maybe has turned into a bad habit between the two of you in your relationship. And they're not scolding you. They're not criticizing you. They're just trying to help bring things into your awareness so you can work through them, transmute them, and live your highest life, best life. What other messages, Spirit, please and thank you? Advice for Taurus in the next 30 days. Advice for Taurus in the next 30 days, Spirit, please and thank you. I don't know why I'm going back and forth like that. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit. There we go. That's interesting. Ignore the opinions of others. And I didn't say it, and now I feel like I should have. But when I was really studying this Eight of Cups card, I was looking. Let me make sure you can see it. I was really focused in on these two people kind of whispering to each other like they're talking behind his back or something like that. And Spirit is also encouraging you to watch your words and watch what you say to others about this situation, because I feel like you might be, again, saying things in the heat of the moment that don't actually resonate with how you truly feel inside, and that could maybe come back to hurt you. So whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So whatever they think about you is not about you, but it is about them. And so this might also be in relation to this relationship with this person. That you can coexist without agreeing on every single thing. It's learning how to work with one another so everyone feels heard and everyone feels seen and everyone is on the same page. It's learning. That is a real show of strength, they're telling me, when you can learn to do that. So I feel overall Spirit really wants you to just go in and feel the pulse of the connection of this relationship. Is this something that you feel like you should put more energy into to help it regain balance, or is it something that you feel like you need to walk away from? The choice is ultimately yours, and I'm not feeling that there's a right or a wrong answer here. It's just, what do you intuitively know inside to be true, and what action should you take once you come to that conclusion? I posted something today on my social media, and let me pull it up for you here real quick, because the energy I'm getting is telling me to read this to you. So it says, next time you are struggling with a decision, ask yourself the simple question, which solution sees me moving closer to myself, and do that. You will thank yourself in the end. And I believe that is what Spirit is really asking of you to do in the next 30 days. So those are your messages, Taurus. Thank you so much for connecting with me. Thank you to your guides. Thank you to mine. If this reading resonated for you, please leave a message in the description box below. And you can also find ways on how to book a personal reading with me and my social media channels. Like, share, subscribe if you feel called to do so. Again, I am so grateful to have spent this time with you and connected with Spirit. And I hope you take excellent care of yourself. See you soon.